Data centers like this one are consuming hardware faster than the world can build it. The global demand for AI computing power has severely outpaced the physical supply of the chips needed to run it. Right now, major cloud providers are trapped in a bidding war. They are forced to compete for a limited pool of processors from a small handful of third-party designers, which is driving the cost of AI infrastructure sky high. This diagram shows the traditional supply chain, where cloud providers buy from outside designers. But one major player is attempting to bypass this system entirely by bringing that process in-house. They're designing their own proprietary AI accelerator, the Maya 300, at massive scale. As the projection scales upward here, they target production of several 100,000 custom units for delivery by 2027. By owning the actual architecture of the chip, this cloud provider secures a major advantage. They can control their own hardware costs and guarantee compute availability for their enterprise customers running large language models. But having a proprietary design on a computer screen does not magically generate physical hardware. An architecture file is simply a very expensive blueprint. Tech giants lack the highly specialized facilities required to actually print these components. To turn their blueprints into silicon, they still have to wait in line and compete for manufacturing time at external semiconductor foundries. This creates a central paradox in the AI supply chain. By designing custom chips, cloud providers haven't bypassed the hardware shortage. They have simply moved the exact same bottleneck from the intellectual design phase down to the physical manufacturing phase. This is a semiconductor foundry. It is a sterile, hyper-controlled environment where those digital blueprints are converted into physical silicon wafers. Right now, the world's leading foundries are operating at maximum capacity. They are completely unable to absorb the massive, sudden surge of incoming custom AI chip orders. The restriction here is highly specific. These facilities are not running out of factory floor space. They have plenty of raw silicon, and they employ enough skilled labor. The hard cap on the global AI industry comes down to a severe shortage of the highly specialized machinery required to physically construct the processors. This animation illustrates a process called lithography. It involves passing a targeted beam of light through a precise stencil to etch complex circuit patterns directly onto a flat disk of silicon. For modern AI accelerators, this etching process is incredibly dense. As we zoom in on the pattern, the layers of circuitry shrink down to a microscopic, near-atomic scale. If we pull back to look at the global market, we can see exactly where the traffic jam occurs. Every major tech company in the world is following their manufacturing lines through machinery controlled by a tiny, centralized handful of specialized equipment makers. Because of the extreme precision required, these lithography machines are incredibly slow to build and profoundly expensive to purchase. If a credible new company were to enter this specific equipment space and offer a viable alternative, it could radically lower the cost of producing AI hardware across the board. Which brings us back to the Maya 300. Without guaranteed access to this heavily monopolized lithography equipment, that cloud provider's ambitious goal to deploy hundreds of thousands of custom chips by 2027 is physically impossible. This collision between capital and manufacturing is drawing serious bets. Recently, a hedge fund founded by a former AI researcher injected a 9-figure investment into a single specialized chip manufacturing startup. This startup is attempting to engineer an entirely new lithography process from the ground up, one designed to be significantly faster and far less expensive than the current industry standard. This 9-figure commitment follows a stretch of steep losses for the fund tied to a pullback in AI software stocks. Rather than retreat, they are shifting their capital from the code itself to the machines that produce it. This massive investment represents a highly capitalized attempt to forcibly break the manufacturing monopoly that is currently choking the AI industry's growth. If this startup can successfully demonstrate working, scalable lithography, this restricted supply funnel widens. Foundries will finally be able to expand their physical capacity and process that massive backlog of custom designs. A faster, cheaper path to lithography lowers the barrier to entry across the entire hardware supply chain. It potentially lowers the price of a single hour of compute for every enterprise and research lab currently priced out of the market. But if this unproven hardware stalls in development, the hedge fund loses a massive concentrated bet, and the compute bottleneck remains securely in place. Every breakthrough in model architecture eventually hits the exact same wall. the physical limits of the manufacturing floor. In the race for AI capacity, even the most sophisticated software remains dependent on a beam of light hitting a piece of silicon.